I've jumped through a portal in a parallel universe where Jordans are old man shoes and Asics are the cooler shoes. And honestly, I don't think I want to come home. In reality, I've been praying for these type of things my whole life.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Now that I'm entering my 30s and I got money now, it couldn't have came at a better time. I've never thought I'll ever see the day, but I'm loving it. How did we get to this point? And I'm telling y'all, I know the answers. I'm Dre the Shoe God. Welcome to the channel. You can follow me on all the platforms right here. Let's get straight to it. If you're older than 25, the kids will call you uncle these days.
Dude, what the f? Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old. Where's your wife? Go home to your family.
If you're older than 25, what a time that we're living in, and what a year that we're entering. 2025 is going to be a magnificent year for the Jumpman and Nike in general, because the people that was, let's just say, hype beasting, leeching, culture vulture, whatever you want to call them, they not with this no more. I'm going to continue to say they never liked it in the first place. It's our time. Let the Asics and New Balance boys, well, I call them the Rangers, take over, and I'm loving it. Where I think it started, though, I guess you can call this conspiracy theories. Scammers. I'm going to blame the scammers first. And let me tell you why. Scammers in Balenciaga. I'm going to continue to say, I've said it on this channel multiple times. Balenciaga is a social experiment. If y'all don't think they not working, I'm telling y'all, they be cooking in the lab. They know something we don't, or the people don't. I'm on to their ass. Let me tell you why. For the newcomers, or whatever the case may be, Balenciaga, the ones y'all like these days, are a literal ripoff of the Asics brand. Balenciaga target is niggas. Continue with me. Niggas like expensive things. Also, you can categorize them as the hard working fellas, scammers, and drug dealers. What do they buy? Designer. Balenciaga. Continue. They get the Balenciaga. They pay $1,300 for it. And the next step is they gotta show it off. That's always the thing. You have to continue to wave the flex wave. Am I right? In our black skin, we all have a pigment of that, the flex in us. We're all guilty of it. But it's next levels with our scammers and the drug dealers. It's just we like to show off. It is what it is. I get it. $1,300. They shit on the people that can't afford shoes that's super expensive. The social experiment begins. Look, I know a lot of kids. We're pretty big on Facebook here. I'm gonna be honest. We still use Facebook is pretty big in Chicago. It keeps us up with everything. If you know, you know, especially my Chicago. When I started seeing Facebook statuses just like this, I knew exactly where we were going. I literally called it a couple years ago. I found the same Asics that y'all wear. I found them at Burlington's a couple years ago. I predicted the goddamn future. A lot of the scammers, hard-working fellas, start shitting on the, as you can say, broke people. The broke people, I will say, or let's just call them the reliable people that wanted to save money and don't want to glorify spending $1,300, $2,000 on your shoes, said, let's fight back. Fight back. Found Asics. They seen the Asics. It was like, those look just like Balenciagas. Those are due. After that, it started to create a clash. I don't know what this is, but they was clashing. Nothing is justifiable of spending $1,300 on some shoes. It's just not. So you can't blame a generational shift of people just don't want to spend that type of money on a shoe that this brand copied. Am I right? They did. That's where the social experiment began. But you ask yourself, how does this tie into Jordan and Nike in general? You can kind of blame Nike for that. They kind of did it to themselves. And this is just I'm stating facts of what I see. This is what I see. The shoe culture always started with sports. Basketball in general. I'm telling you, follow with me. Kobe's passing was a good thing for Nike because it boosted sales for Kobe. But also, it kind of was a bad thing for Nike. And let me explain. I swear to God, I've never seen so many people start gatekeeping Kobe's a day in my life after he passed. And Kobe's was like the go-to mega shoe. I always say, where was y'all at before the passing? People always saying it's a respect thing. Why y'all wasn't respecting him when he was alive? The shoe's always been available. And go back to the NBA thing. NBA players pay their respects of wearing Kobe's. An era where a lot of us sneakerheads from the 2000s, 90s, 2010s, we grew up in an era where our favorite players were wearing Jordans on the court. And remember, NBA players growing up were always the trendsetters of what we wore. They're part of the culture. They stopped wearing Jordans and only started wearing Kobe's. That was one major step why a lot of people stopped wearing Jordans. Because there's no influence. You don't see your bronze or your big favorite players wearing Jordans no more, bro. Step 2. We always looked up to our favorite players and what they was wearing. That has shifted. We are entering the 2020s of streamers, rappers, influencers are setting the tone for what the next generation or the hype is wearing. Nike capitalizes on Travis Scott. It's not about sports anymore. Kanye was trying to warn y'all years ago. Major L by Nike, right? when Kanye was trying to warn them. He just wanted his credit and a piece of the cake. He warned y'all. It's not about the athletes no more. Us musicians and influencers, etc., we finna take over. So the Travis effect and all that comes in play. Like I said, it's all about the musicians, streamers, all that shit. These kids and the hype beasts, what are they watching now? Because I'm gonna be honest, they barely watch TV anymore like we used to do. They're watching the scammers, the influencers, etc. And what are they wearing? Designer, Balenciaga, etc. That boy cooking. Fast forward back to the great Clash. Like I said, all they want is designer and Balenciaga, etc. But you have that side that is not going to pay that type of money. It's just facts. Also, the rep game got higher too. And the people that actually want to save money, when they actually found the lookalike, hey, we can still look like our scammers, D-boys, whatever influencer, and still look cool, but on a budget. Genius. And in the last 2 years, the floodgates have opened. Nike has done this to themselves because they wanted to stop the resale stuff, which is smart. Small hit for a bigger move for the cause. I respect them for that. They're going to lose some money in this, but it is what it is. But it's also going to be a game changer forever. Like I said, the floodgates are open. Oversaturation can be a good and a bad thing depending on who you asking. People are going to get tired of seeing the same old shit also. Making the changes while we got the other stuff. Now, me personally, like I said, I love that people are exploring different brands. Extend your bag. It's always been way more than Jordans and Nikes. I'm glad y'all know more than just Yeezy. But did we expect people to start saying the old head shoes? I didn't expect it, but I'm loving it though.
This shit means something to me, man.
Who knows how long this generational shift will last? I'm just hoping it lasts for next 5-10 years. Really for the rest of my life. For us, I guess you can say old head. I'm part of the new generation of old head. I'm only 30. But God, they make me feel 55 wearing Jordans now. And I don't have a problem with that. I'm loving it. I hope it continues to stay this way, man. It's good times, man. I just... cut the camera off.